adding fractions with like denominators. What did we say the rule for adding and subtracting fractions was? They have to have the same denominator. That's right. And so today we're going to start adding and subtracting fractions, but they are not going to have the same denominator. And we're going to have to figure out how to change them so that they do have the same denominator and we're able to add and subtract them. So I have a paper that was a poster I had, my teaching partner had made. Talked about least common multiples before this, right? And we all practiced finding the least common multiple. Some ways that we do that. With our 100 charts, we will start by just, like circling all the multiples of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we'll circle all the multiples of 3 on the same chart, and we'll find the ones that both 2 and 3 have, and the smallest one is the least common multiple. So that's one way that we do it. I also will sometimes have worksheets from someplace like Teacher Pay Teacher that they just practice doing that with, just to kind of get that skill underway. Another way that I've done this is, and it's in the classroom right now, but we have these little bead bars that are wooden, and there's like little green 2 ones, and they're 2 centimeters long, and then there's 3 centimeter long 3 bars. There's 4 centimeter long 4 bars, and we will just kind of skip count with those. You could also use the short chains or the long chains to skip count and find common denominators. So anyway, so they will have had practice with finding common denominators at this point. And so let's go ahead. We said that when you add and subtract fractions, they have to have the same denominator. So today we're going to add the fractions 1/4 plus 1/3. What is the denominator of the first addend? 4. So I have 1/4. And then what is the denominator of the second addend?
3.
Are 4 and 3 the same? No. So we have to do some work to make these fractions have the same denominator. So I have this chart. It's going to kind of walk us through the steps. So the first step is we have to find a common denominator using the least common multiple of both denominators. So you said the first denominator was 4, and the second denominator was 3. And I usually skip a little bit of room on my paper, and then I'll write LCM of 4 and 3. All right, so what are the multiples of 4? Remember, when we're looking at multiples, what do? How do we find them?
Skip count?
Yeah, we skip count. So we're going to skip count by 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That's probably enough. We can always add more if we need to. And then we'll skip count by 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. All right, we'll see if that's enough. So are there any numbers that are the same, or any multiples that are the same for both?
12.
12, you're right. So I'm going to circle it, put that little peanut around it. So the LCM of 4 and 3 is 12. All right. So we know that we need to change both of these fractions so that 12 is the denominator. So I'm going to leave a little space, and over here I'm going to write 12 as the denominator. All right, any number multiplied by 1 is the same number. That's right. So we have to figure out what goes in our 1 costume so that we get 12 as the denominator. So 4 times some number is 12. 4 times what? 3. All right. And how many thirds are in 1 whole?
3.
3. So 3 thirds is the same as 1. I didn't write my little multiplication symbol. So 1 times 3 is 3. And we'll just check. 4 times 3 is 12. All right, now the second addend. 3 times what is 12? 4. How many fourths are in a whole? 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. All right, we're on the right track. I'm going to write my equal sign. So we're going to use our materials. And I can check at this point and make sure that we did that right. So we said that 3/12 is the same as 1/4. Looks like it to me. Do you guys agree? Of course you do. So I'm going to put away my 1/4. And then we said that 4/12 is the same as 1/3. And it is.
Yay.
So if we put those all together, 3/12 plus 4/12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7/12. And they will usually use, you know, the materials a couple times and they'll move on to where they're just doing it with on paper and pencil. So they move pretty quickly to abstraction once they understand the steps.